Christmas Eve. It's the start of the Festive 500. Cycling west into a biting westerly, kind of southwesterly wind. I'm heading out to West Oxfordshire towards the Vale of White Horse, and boy is it cold. Just look down at the Garmin, it says 2 degrees, well it feels a lot less than that. Usual kind of clothing dilemma in this kind of weather. How cold are you going to be? Usually overdressed when you're boiling. Not today. And as you can see around me, every man and his dog is doing their last minute Christmas shopping. It's a Christmas like no other. And I'm feeling quite optimistic though. Usually something gets in the way of a Festive 500. I'm either snowboarding or often get the kind of winter flu. Not this year, thankfully. Or I'm just too busy having fun, enjoying the Christmas spirit. But anyway, this year I'm going to have a good crack at it. See if we can do a Festive 500. I chose this route today because I haven't been on my bike for ages. Various things have got in the way. And I did this route earlier in the year. And I remember it was nice and flat. So I thought let's build up to a big one on the Festive 500. And let's just squeeze a little Christmas Eve ride in just as the sun's going down, before we get the Christmas drinks flowing. Well, is there an easy way to do a Festive 500? I'm not sure there is. I've had enough years thinking about it. I suppose until you do it, you just don't know, but it's 8 days, it's 500 kilometres, and you've got to allow time for a bit of festive merriment as well, and a few lie-ins, a few hangovers maybe. I think that's where the complication with it starts. I think unless your body is a temple, you like to live it up a bit at Christmas like me, there's just no easy way of doing it. So I reckon I might manage 50k today because I've been faffing around making food and stuff. I somewhat run out of time. So that's going to leave me 7 days and 450k. So that's it's not ideal. I'll tell you what else isn't ideal, which you're going to see in a moment. This is not ideal. I noticed as I was cycling out today, the river's burst its banks and there's a lot of water around. I'm not entirely sure how deep this is. I don't think it's too deep. Well, it could be. It's deep enough that I'm going to get wet feet. See, it's an absolutely cracking day, isn't it? It's that perfect kind of winter low sun, really nice light. Yeah, I got slightly wet feet there. That's a bit of a disappointment. You can hear the wind. It's always windy this way because it's so flat. It just whistles across the Vale of the White Horse. Right, mustn't grumble, get my head down, crack on. Oh, we got a bit more water. That's pretty good, isn't it? can't complain. So I'm glad I come out on my steel tourer today. Got the mud guards on. I'm kind of kitted up for my Festive 500 and trying to stay as dry as possible because it's just been so wet. We've got a little bit of a window for a couple of days, I think, with maybe some dry weather, but it's not looking too good after then. I reckon if I persevere with this, it's going to be a pretty wet old week on the bike. But for now, you can see it's lovely. So I haven't been doing any umpadum films for a while. I've actually got a few in the can, but I just haven't had a chance to edit them down. And you may have seen it's because I've been slightly sidetracked with a cool little project that a few of us guys are doing, and there's a few cycling buddies, my brother, and yeah, we decided to combine some of the things we love the most, bikes and beer, and we've started a little brand called Stoke, and you probably can't see it, but our mantra, motto is explore before you pour. And so I'm going to earn a few beers, that's for sure. I feel like it might be like a hot toddy I earn. My ears are pretty cold. All this water everywhere, I mean it's literally running off the fields. It's making me think about a little thing that we're thinking about trying in January called Wet January, and we're gonna see if we can grab hold of a hashtag on that on Instagram and see if we can start sharing a few of our little mini adventures out on our bikes and stuff, and whatever people are up to, getting outside, getting outdoors, enjoying the fresh air whilst everything else is locked down. There's not much else to do. At least the outdoors is still open for business. So yeah, hashtag Wet January. We're gonna, me and the Stoke boys are gonna have a bit of fun with that one, hopefully. See if we can get a few people to join us, and see if we can share a bit of adventure in January. You see all that water, I mean it's like it's running strips across the fields. The sheep are just kind of tiptoeing between it. The sun's pretty low now. Isn't it? It's so nice. I just love it this time of day, this time of year. It's it just, even though it's cold, it's just so invigorating, isn't it, getting outside when it's like this. Even though the road there's more water on the road than tarmac I can see ahead. Thank goodness for these mud guards. I'm guessing that aircraft is hanging up there for a reason. I've not actually cycled in this road before. It's not bad, is it? I've just been thinking it was getting dark. Or no, just suddenly caught a glimpse of sunset. It's shining over on the ridgeway in the background there. Isn't that nice? A buzzard or something flying up there. I tell you, I'm hoping the rest of the Festive 500 is going to be a little bit less busy. There's been absolutely tons of cars everywhere today. I just come through West Hagbourne And last time I came through West Hagbourne, I was on my aero road bike with my fairly new tubeless tyre setup, and I did a video about my tubeless tyres and all the fun I have with them, i.e. I was not having a lot of fun with them. So West Hagbourne was the last time I got a flat when I was out riding my road bike, and I was kind of a series of flat tyres, to be honest. And upshot of all that was, I decided that setup was not going to be good for the winter, because changing those tyres, putting tubes in them when they've got all of the sealant gunk, is a real faff. And yeah, it's not the sort of thing you want to be doing with cold hands in the middle of winter in the dark. So I put that bike away for the winter, and I'm on my steel tourer, and you know, these things, I've got these Donnelly tyres on this, Exploros they're called, and these things are absolutely bulletproof. Been riding them for 5 years or so since I've had this bike, and I think I've had a handful of punctures in 5 years. I've done a lot of miles on this bike, so I recently actually wore through the casing of the back tyre and had to change it. And I was thinking as I was changing it, I actually hadn't had a puncture on that tyre, and I've worn it through. So they're really worth the money. They're really expensive for a standard tyre, but yeah, it saves you a lot of hassle. So at the moment I'm thinking I'm going to ride this bike through the winter, and maybe on the Audax season as well. It's got the benefit of mud guards, which is appreciated by the Audax crowd. It's just damned heavy. It's about 12 kilos, this bike. It's built for carrying a lot of luggage. It's not built for speed. So it's really kind of over-engineered, really. Which is one of the things that gives it the kind of reliability that it's got, but it's no rocket ship, that's for sure. Anyway, just starting to get cold now, so I think the choice of garment today was pretty good. I'm just starting to get left foot going cold, left hand going cold. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. It's a pretty nice sunset. The wind has gone against me. There's actually snow forecast up north, and the wind is whipped around to the north. I think that's why it's so cold. And 2 numb feet, a beautiful sunset, a beautiful ride, and that's almost my first 10% of a festive 500. Right, I need a few more mince pies for the rest of them. Definitely gonna have to get the legs back. Too long off the bike. I just stopped to take a picture, and you know it's cold when your phone just completely dies, because it's just basically packed out because it's got too cold and battery's gone flat. Anyway, look at that sunset. It's quite nice, isn't it? That's the end of the ride pretty much. A little bit of a push to get back home.